So here we are today on Crystal Isles in the Honey Cave, where I am going to show you how to get a ton of giant bee honey and organic polymer. Now the entrance to this cave that I'm using right now is right about 3232, but there are several entrances to this cave. If you just kind of find this general area, you should be able to find at least 4 other ways in. Now, the big thing to worry about with this cave is going to be the bears and the bees. But other than that, it's pretty easy pickings. Now, I've already killed a lot of the bears because I was coming through here just trying to figure things out. You can see there's another entrance there. Now these hives do not... Oh, there's a bear. I'm going to put my thing on so I can see. Now the bears won't attack you unless you get really close, so you don't really have to worry too much about them. Honestly, there's not really a whole lot that I found down in this cave to worry about. When you go in the honey, you'll get webbed and it'll slow you down. It's not a huge deal. Now, if you're on anything but a bear, when the bees come, they will dismount you. That's not really a huge deal. The bees I ran into died pretty quickly. So, as you can see, there's like these little hives everywhere. These are the ones you're going to want to get into. And the way you harvest them is going to be for honey and polymer, but mostly honey. You want to use a pick. And if you want more polymer, then you're going to use your axe. Now, if you want to get extra honey, the same principle applies. Just bring an Anky, which basically acts like a pick, right? And attack it. There you go. 58 bee honey. And this, I put a good chunk of melee. Points into melee, rather. So you can see it's like 450. The more you put into melee, the more honey it's going to get. And now if you use the doed, you will get a ton of polymer, like just a ton of it. I think it's something like 200. Now granted, the rates on my server are going to differ, but the ratio should be about the same. Oh, that wasn't that much. It's probably because I already attacked it. There you go, 266. Crazy. And this doed has like 410% melee. So there you go. You can also bring a chainsaw in here, but I never have one on me. A nice way to deal with this might be to use an ARK or a wyvern and pick up your Anky and just bring it to the cave. I'd say probably the most frustrating thing for me is that I brought a bear in here. I actually tamed one of the bears in the cave, and I expected I'd be able to get honey from these hives with it, but just nothing. It doesn't do anything. And so I figure that you're just not meant to use the bear, you just have to use the tools instead. It's a little disappointing. I would have liked to use the bear. You know, the bear still serves the function of not being kicked off the mount by the bees, though. It's also pretty beefy tame that's small that you can bring in here to help protect yourself with instead of having to drag something big out here. So it's not completely useless, but I also don't think it's entirely necessary. So I hope it was helpful, and now if you need to know where to get honey and polymer from, I mean, this is a great source of it. I'll see you next time.